The smell of polished wood and expensive wine filled the dining room of Charleston's prestigious Magnolia Prime. Yet the snide voice of the young white waiter sliced right through the atmosphere. "Table like that belongs in the kitchen, not by the window," Tyler muttered as he placed 2 chipped glasses of water in front of an elderly black couple. Della Carter's hand trembled slightly as she straightened the pearl necklace around her neck. Her husband, Howard, stayed silent, his grip tightening on a small gift box wrapped in gold paper. "We'd like to order, please," Howard said calmly. Tyler snorted. "You need money for that, sir." Around them, other diners buried their heads in their menus, pretending not to notice. But near the bar, a tall man in a dark jacket quietly observed. His eyes never left them. And what he did next, no one was ready for. Della leaned closer to Howard. "We can leave, love," she whispered, voice tight with quiet humiliation. But Howard shook his head. "No. Tonight is our anniversary." Across the room, Tyler returned, this time carrying the bill. "Figured I'd save you the trouble," he sneered, dropping it onto their table. The bold letters at the top screamed, "Pay in advance." Gasps rippled softly from nearby tables. "Is there a problem?" a deep voice interrupted. Everyone turned. The tall man from the bar now stood beside their table. His face, sharp and steady. "Sir, this area's for paying guests," Tyler barked, puffing up. But the man reached into his jacket, not for a wallet, but to gently set a small, silver pin onto the table. The unmistakable symbol of the United States Air Force glinted under the lights. The room fell silent. Someone whispered, "Is that, military?" Della's eyes widened in shock. "Elijah," she breathed. The tall man, Elijah Carter, nodded once to his mother before turning to Tyler. Slowly, he unzipped his jacket, revealing the pristine blue service uniform beneath. Rows of medals shimmered against his chest. His shoulders bore the eagle insignia of a lieutenant colonel. Murmurs spread like wildfire. Tyler's smirk faltered, replaced by flushed cheeks and darting eyes. I didn't know," he stammered. Elijah's voice stayed calm, but carried the weight of command. "You didn't care." Behind him, the restaurant manager approached, panicked. "Sir, we deeply apologize," but Elijah raised a hand. "Save it. I'm not here for drama." He turned to his parents. "I'm here to celebrate my heroes." Della's eyes welled with tears. Howard finally stood, his posture straighter than ever. But Tyler wasn't done. "It was just a misunderstanding," he pleaded weakly. Elijah's gaze turned sharp. "A misunderstanding?" His hand rested briefly on the Air Force pin, the symbol gleaming under the chandelier. "You humiliated them. You embarrassed this establishment. And you've insulted every uniform in this room." Guests now whispered, phones discreetly raised. Across the hall, a framed poster of the restaurant's upcoming Military Appreciation Gala caught everyone's eye. Elijah reached into his pocket, producing a crisp envelope. Effective immediately, he stated, handing it to the trembling manager, "This restaurant is removed from the Air Force's preferred vendor list. You've lost all military contracts." The crowd gasped as the weight of those words sank in. The Carters walked out together, heads held high. No shouting. No vengeance. Just presence. Outside, the crisp Charleston night wrapped around them. Elijah paused by the curb, pulling a single, neatly folded handkerchief from his pocket. The embroidered initials, HC, stood for Howard Carter. Gently, Elijah placed it in his father's palm. "Tonight isn't about them," he whispered. "It's about you." Behind them, Magnolia Prime's lights glowed cold and distant. Inside, Tyler slumped against the bar, realizing too late the cost of his ignorance. And as the Carters disappeared into the quiet, a lingering truth settled over the restaurant, one whispered among the guests. They finally saw, but only when it was too late. Prejudice can make you blind to the truth standing right in front of you. Elijah Carter didn't raise his voice. He raised the standard. His quiet strength reminded everyone that dignity isn't requested, it's expected. Have you ever witnessed someone underestimated because of how they look? Tell us in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more powerful stories like this racist story.